Okay, breathing mechanics, the one subconscious action in our body that we can take voluntary control over. Right, this is one of the things that affects our performance the most out of anything we do in terms of physical and mental performance within sports or within your work life or personal life. Right, so most people, after they get older, we lose the ability to breathe correctly. I'm sure you've seen somebody have a panic attack or have trouble with anxiety, and they're breathing from here, right? Like, and they're saying they're freaking out, okay? This is stressful breathing. The nerves up here in your body are associated with stress. That's what happens when you panic. Think jumping into cold water and you start breathing from here. The nerves associated with rest, digestion, recovery, proper brain function, all lie down here, lower, right? We call this the vagus nerve region, okay? We also have blood vessels. The highest concentration of blood vessels is low in the lung, which means we want to breathe deep into the lungs to get the best oxygen exchange and essentially the best bang for our buck on oxygen performance. So how the breathing mechanics should look, and a lot of people have lost this, is we're going to get into our powerful position, which is feet screwed into the floor, knees pointed out, hips under me, and I'm going to feel how I'm breathing. All right, you can do this lying down as well. I don't want you just breathing from your belly. Okay? Think of this as a 360-degree cavity. Right? A Coke can, when it's full, it's very hard to stomp down, but once you start putting cracks in the side or taking some of the water out, it doesn't get as sturdy. Right? So if we're trying to create strength and stability, we're going to fill that can up. So what I'm going to do is I'll put my hands here, and I should feel in a 360 degrees around my rib cage it expanding. Okay, so it should look like that. You can feel this on your own. This generally comes from military performance, understanding how this affects shooting under stress, and now we've learned to utilize it in everyday life. So one test I want to show you is going to bring in Shane for a second. Shane, what I'm going to have you do is get into our good base position and get into a quarter squat. You're going to force your knees outward while I try to push them in. So the first breath I want you to take is chest only, and then hold it, and I will do the squeeze. Okay, so quarter squat. Okay, chest breath only. Hold. Okay, not sure how well you could see that, but you were able to feel what that felt like?
Yeah.
Okay, next one is going to be belly, diaphragm, breath only, and hold that. Do the same test. Hold. He's like twice as strong that way. Feel it?
Big difference.
Yeah, huge difference, right? So this affects not only strength in the lower half, but also our torsional resistance. If I were to lay Shane on the ground and push his arms one way or the other, it'll affect everything. Right, so proper breathing mechanics and how can you make it help for your performance, and on later on videos we'll go into how this affects stress, anxiety, and what happens when things go sideways.